Welcome to the home of all things geeks and toys. Welcome to Dallas Vintage Toys Talks, Episode 3. I am Man in a Hat, Andy King, and joined always by the War Machine to my Iron Man, Henry Velasquez, and the owner of Dallas Vintage Toys, Sean Nynist. First of all, you can see lots of toys on the desk this week. We got lots of cool stuff, like every week. Henry, why don't you go first? What was our favorite thing you got this week? What do you got on the table to show off?
Well, we got 2 of the Black Series Anakins on Saturday when we were at our peak. We were extremely busy. Some Ghostbusters Legos. We had the Death Star Lego set. We sold that instantly. Anything else you guys can think of? I mean, we got plenty of loose toys too. I think a few vintage came in. Sean bought some Star Wars items as well. Didn't get to fully go through them all myself.
I know we got some more Legos, some Back to the Future, Diamond Select cars, a little bit of everything. We got in, these are just a couple of the vintage Star Wars items we got in. Slave 1, content sealed, and then we got the Palatoy Hoth Wampa with a lot of other stuff. Some AFA stuff walked in.
Yeah.
Anderson?
Also, this turtle van, which is super cool. You mentioned Saturday, though. Big day we had here.
It was.
Pretty successful, I would say. We had, how many people do you think we had come through our doors?
I think we went through like 350 hot dogs. Maybe that's a good indicator. Unless
not everyone ate a hot dog too. There was a lot of people that came in and said, "I already ate."
A lot of people ate more than one.
I already
probably
ate.
Too.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was talking to my father-in-law, Tony, that was the man behind the grill, and we do thank him for doing that. He was suggesting maybe next time we do burgers.
Oh man.
And he suggested maybe getting like an infrared grill.
Oh.
So we might invest in that and say bye to the charcoal grill and step it up and
Infrared
do burgers next
grill.
time.
And then the patties look like the NECA Arnold with the heat mission.
Watch out, kiddies. Skynet's coming. But I was here working. My wife came in and helped out, and it was a lot of fun.
We had several volunteers too. Thank them for coming and helping us. But it was a crazy time. It was busy. We lost track of what all sold, but there was a lot of items that disappeared, man. We sold it all. I know we sold the Masterpiece Soundwave, got rid of a lot of Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
So
it's just a lot of. It's really cool. It's one of those things where it's going to sound a little cheesy, but it's one of the things I love about working here, is the smiling faces that leave. You know, and that's a ridiculous thing to say, but it's so cool to see someone come in who shares something so near and dear to my heart, and we're able to, express ourselves to one another, and also, they leave with, even whether it's a double telescoping Luke Skywalker or a $20 Black Series action figure, they leave happy, and that's awesome. That's really cool. So I mean, I love this job, and I like doing this stuff, and these guys are awesome. So
thank you.
We did thank everyone on Facebook and Instagram. Just want to thank everyone again. Everyone that volunteered.
All the cosplayers had some really impressive cosplayers.
I hope you guys are enjoying all your prizes too.
Yeah, we gave away some really cool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people already
Sword,
posted
Iron
online,
Man statue, BB-8. What was the Han Solo, the Hot Toys Han Solo figure. Just some really cool prizes we gave out this year.
I think that little girl must have been like 4 or 5 that won the Black Series TIE Fighter.
Oh yeah, yeah. The dad won it and gave it to her, and then he posted a picture. It's bigger than her.
Oh,
like it's in her room, and it's bigger than her.
Did you guys see the Ray that was in here? The little girl versus Ray.
Yeah,
we got
number
really.
One. She was one.
Did she win? Okay, incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I told her to hold up her action figure next to her.
Yeah, she ended up taking the Black Series Ray.
Okay, it was an incredibly impressive cosplay. Like her father told me that it was all handmade. Like he had made the staff, and his wife had made the outfit and stuff, and it was
That's
really,
the way
really
you
cool.
cosplay. Legit cosplay.
Yeah, no buy it at
Early
stores.
age.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's pictures of the event, of the cosplayers, of the prizes, everything on Dallas Vintage Toys' Facebook page. So make sure you check that out. Let's get on to some geeky stuff, huh? Let's talk about some nerd things. First up, Marvel apparently, in an effort to put a squeeze on Fox and get back X-Men, have decided they're going to kill off the X-Men comics. Now, nothing's for sure about what exactly is going to happen, but it looks like some X-Men will be still in the Marvel universe, but no more X-Men comic books. It'll be like, Colossus might join the Avengers, or Nightcrawler might get his own comic, but nothing with X-Men in the title. So legally, Fox can't use these stories in their movies. First of all, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on that. Do you think, is this a good move? Is it cheap?
So this has never been done before?
No, it has.
They did it with Fantastic Four and
they
Wolverine.
did it like a year. Like they did it when Days of Future Past came out. They're like, we're not gonna make any more. We're gonna kill them off. We're gonna make the X-Men Inhumans, and they did that with the Maximoff twins, where they were like, Magneto's not your dad, and they did this big talk, and they were saying that they were gonna do anything with them, and then they released the Marvel Legends Wave with Jubilee in it. I'm like, okay, you guys are big talk, but I mean, maybe that was Hasbro trying to bank in on it either way, but I can't see that happening like for real. I can see them using the characters and all, but I think it's too late. You can't put a cease on it. There's so many stories they can use already. It doesn't matter what they come up with right now.
Well, my question to you would be like, is it fair? Is it fair to fans to not get to see their favorite characters in comics, just in the hopes that we might get good movies? And that's not to say the X-Men movies are bad. I'm a big fan of those. But do you think? No,
absolutely not. Because I love the X-Men comics, and they weren't for them just to stop publishing them just because they want to get at Fox, or is it Fox?
I think it's Fox.
Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair to the
It's
reader.
not Marvel, so somebody else has got that.
Because like I said, they've already got, at least since the 60s. They've got all that material up to today. Why does it benefit them to not, like, it's not like they're going to make a story that just came out a month ago as a movie.
That's true.
So it doesn't benefit that doesn't really benefit anyone.
That's true. Yeah. I do think, though, you're talking about they have all this backlog of stuff to do. A lot of that older stuff, though, doesn't really translate well to a film.
Well,
that's why they use more modern things.
But
that's
what they're going off of.
Movie.
They're going off Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse, things like that.
Which are relatively new. I mean, in the grand scheme of
80s.
things. Yeah, that's pretty new.
Guess you don't want to go too far back.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago.
Like Superman, 30s, Captain America, find Hitler and stuff like
that.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go with the times and consistency of what's fresh.
Exactly. Like okay, look at Marvel's big successes. Civil War, that came out, 6 years ago?
Yeah, but that's still in the backlog.
Or Winter Soldier,
overall.
That's still a new character. He didn't come out until the year 2000.
Modern age, something.
Yeah, but it's still backlog. Like, it's not like they can't use it anymore. It's still there.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
The only example I can think of is something like Age of Ultron, where they use the name because when they announced it, like, the comic had just finished.
Yeah.
But that was it. But it's nothing like it. But that's it. I mean, like I said, it doesn't benefit the readers. It doesn't really benefit Marvel.
Yeah.
They'll still be using the characters, I'm sure. Maybe we'll get some interesting stories, but that's about it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's my input.
Yeah. Really interested in what you guys think. Make sure you sound off in the comments below. Let us know what you're thinking.
Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to me. What's up? But I want to segue that into, I know you're not a big X-Men fan, but I did want to get your opinions. Who's your favorite X-Men? And why?
That's a tough one, man. I'd say Cyclops, though.
Ugh.
I know.
It's like
I don't need to explain myself to you.
That's like saying your favorite soda is milk. That's awful.
Well, because they've done so much with him. They've done so much with him. And, he went from being like this Boy Scout to like being replaced by Wolverine.
To being this Boy Scout to being a Boy Scout.
No, then he gets replaced by Wolverine.
Triangle with Wolverine.
Then he kills Professor Xavier on accident, and then he's just like leader of like these new X-Men.
The more recent stuff where he was the Phoenix, that was really cool.
They do so much with his character.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't Storm challenging him for leadership, it was Wolverine. And then he pretty much went from being the favorite child to just like, Wolverine, you should be in charge.
Yeah.
Here's your school.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything gets taken away from him, including his girlfriend.
She dies like 10 times.
And then when she's alive, she's with Wolverine.
For me, it's all, like, the little kid in me loves Wolverine, obviously. I guess for a more intriguing character, I've always been really into Nightcrawler. I always thought that was such a cool. His very existence is such an oxymoron. Dude looks like a demon, but he's very, very devout Catholic.
Yeah.
Such a cool, and teleportation's amazing, and I don't know. And on the old X-Men arcade game, he's so much fun to play as because you can just. Yeah, he's definitely my favorite. Do you have anything to add? Is there an X-Men that just stands out to you? Or
I'd say Wolverine 2 since I do Hulk 181. So
Dazzler.
fan
Dazzler.
favorite.
Dazzler.
Sean's a big Dazzler fan.
No.
Next,
Cyclops and Dazzler. Henry Velasquez.
No, I would say Gambit's a runner-up.
Gambit is awesome.
Which is cool.
I have beef with Gambit.
Except for like the X-Men Origins Gambit or...
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
Was that a Gambit? Was that supposed to be Gambit?
That's supposed to be
I don't
him,
count
yeah.
it as Gambit.
That was some guy with a stick. I have beef with Gambit because Riley has a crush on the 1990s cartoon Gambit.
Who doesn't? He's a raging Cajun.
All right, next, I thought we could talk about, more Marvel news, Marvel has just decided to cancel the Darth Vader comic book. I guess sales weren't that great on it. But this...
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I find your lack of sales disturbing. Something Sean says to me every day.
Well, I never read it, so I hope no one's missing out on anything big. But when those comics, like when they got the Star Wars comics back, it just felt like it was getting like shoved down everyone's
It was
throat.
too much.
Star Wars, Han Solo.
So
Luke
is that the
Skywalker,
one where
Princess
they did
Leia.
like the 12-back cover? Is that the
Yeah.
one you were talking about? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But dude, they started making like everyone's comics like it just.
I mean, Poe Dameron had one. Poe Dameron's mom and dad had a comic.
Did they?
Yeah.
What?
I wish I would have read that.
Yeah. But it's like Vader and Luke and Leia and Han, and I think Chewbacca even had a miniseries.
Well, C-3PO
Was it
did
because
too,
they
I
had
think.
too many, or there were too many variants and shapes?
Lando had a
They were all
or-
different series and different stories and everything, and it was just so much. It was like, as a Star
But
Wars fan,
the avid comic reader and Star Wars
So
fan wants them
everything
all.
bombed, or just the Darth
no,
Vader
just the Darth
comic?
Vader one right now.
What?
I think is the one that's
Okay, the ultimate Sith Lord. Okay, let's go back to Lando's parents.
Yeah.
How do you get Cloud City?
But this just made me think about how, you know, they recently got rid of the expanded universe, and you know, what's canon is so much smaller now. I want to ask you guys, from the expanded universe, what are you most looking forward to being reintroduced, or what do you most hope to be reintroduced?
I never got to play it. And they'll like do somewhat like the history of it. Old Republic. I'm kind of hoping that does stay. I really like Darth Malgus.
Mm-hmm.
I like. Was Revan? Was Revan a part of it?
I'm not sure.
I think
I never
he is.
played
I think
those
they're
games.
from 1 and 2. But I mean, it seemed like it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So all that was cool, and yeah, I think they had a bunch of Mandalorians in it too. That seemed real interesting. Again, I never played the game, so I'm not too informed on the history, but that seems like something that should have probably stayed canon, especially if it's thousands of years in the past. It doesn't really affect anything in general.
Exactly.
I think it's just a cool back history.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about that game too was that I can't remember who made it, but
It was LucasArts, of course,
LucasArts,
but I don't know who.
But whoever it was, they were told you can make a game based off of the new movie coming out, which at the time I think was Attack of the Clones,
Yeah.
or you can make something set thousands of years in the past, and they made the right decision and went with the past. So, but yeah, it's a
It's
very
a dating
beloved.
sim
That's a
where
very
you're-
beloved franchise. I'm not a big RPG guy, so it's hard for me to sit down and play those kind of games.
It would have been a dating sim where you're Anakin trying to get with Padme.
Oh my god, that would be
They had
amazing.
gone
I
with
would
that.
play that. I would play that. I don't like sand. It's coarse
What
and
about
it
the
gets
children?
everywhere.
You've got to
I'm going
pick up
to
the
the
pear and
library.
make it float.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
CG pear.
And then at the end, you're tearing me apart, Anakin. You're going down a path I can't follow. And then you just punch her.
Oh.
End of game.
Ooh.
Domestic violence.
And
What
they
about
got-
you, Sean?
I don't know if I can even follow any of that.
Oh, come on. There's going to be something.
I mean, I only played the expanded universe game on Nintendo's. I mean, I know Dash Rendar.
Well, I'm talking like from comic books,
Oh.
from
In
you know,
general.
the action figures. You know, we've got.
I mean, yeah, they have some
Shadows
cool
of the
action
Empire
figures, but I mean,
stuff
I've
and-
never read the books or anything like that. But
Okay.
I mean, I think they could do like they're gonna do like the Rogue One, and they're gonna do like the next Star Wars movie. I mean, they could go any routes. I mean, it would be cool to see that on the big screen and do some backstory on that.
Very excited for Rogue One, by the way. I think it looks amazing.
I just hope they never take the multiverse pat, where they're like, hey, this is Star Wars Universe A. This is Star Wars Universe 1.
Oh, go like the
'Cause they don't wanna be
DC
sep-
route,
yeah.
you know, where we,
And they're like, this universe, Leia and Solo have the twins. And this one, it's Kylo Ren.
and this one, Lando is Boba Fett. You know, yeah, that would.
Yeah, I just hope they don't do anything like that.
I don't see why they would. I mean, it's
You
it's,
never know, because
This
so
one,
many people
Yoda's
want
still
everything.
doing somersaults.
There's a lot of people that want the old stuff back, that they might just appease them and be like, here's your second universe. Here's your Ultimate Universe, and here's your 616.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's got to be the Force Unleashed games. The premise of that, if you're not aware,
Those are cool.
Or anyone's not aware, basically it's Darth Vader takes on a secret apprentice, and the whole premise of the game is he's going to train this secret apprentice so he and this new apprentice named Starkiller can overcome the Emperor. And you play as that apprentice, and it's just really, really cool. And it was such a missed opportunity because in the game they used the likeness of the voice actor, and he actually is an actor. I don't know the dude's name, but he's in
Well, they used his appearance too, right?
what's that?
Didn't they use his appearance?
Yeah, they
too?
use his appearance and stuff, and he's in what's that show called? I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a BBC version and an American version, and it's
Doctor
about
Who?
it's about like a
Office?
vampire, a ghost, and a werewolf living together, and like
Three's Company.
yeah, that's it. But he played like the vampire, and he's a talented actor. I just like as soon as they announced a new Star Wars movie, I was like, they got to put him in it, right? You know.
If anybody knows this show, I would like for you to comment because I'd like
Yeah,
to check
please
it
do.
out.
Sounds like a cheesy joke, like a vampire, a wolf, and a
I think
mummy
Andy's
walking
setting
into a
us up
bar.
here, but
They walk into a bar, and
at night.
that is what I'd like to see come back. It's
And they
just-
finally kill Shock T in it.
finally
Shock,
kill Shaq T.
we need to tie up loose ends and just kill Shock
in
T
the,
up.
in the game, Shaq T finally eats the big one. She finally dies after you fight like 10 Rancors, so which is really, really cool.
But it's worth it just to see Shock T die.
Yeah, I like Shaq. Let us know in the comments below what Jedis do you want to see die again, and what parts of the expanded universe do you want to see come back. It should probably be Force Unleashed, but hey, you know, it can also be Old Republic, I guess.
Yeah.
Finally,
Those are your two options. Nothing else.
nothing else, Internet. You can't have anything else.
Don't you talk to me about Kate Solo or Kate Skywalker or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
those two.
Any of the kids.
Just those two.
Apparently to Velasquez.
Exactly. All right, finally, they announced that we know that Ben Affleck is going to get to direct a solo Batman film starring himself. Recently, he came out and he said, when he was approached, what supervillain do you want to put in the movie? And he said most of them.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum, the movie.
So potentially, we're looking at a scenario where we're going to get maybe no origin stories at all for these characters.
So it's going to be like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
basically an over-the-top
Like
world battle
just
royal
go right through them.
for who gets to be Batman. But what do you guys think of that? I mean, is that too much? I mean,
I think it's going to be too much. I mean, if you look at the older movies, like the '89 Batman, you had one bad guy.
mm-hmm.
The
69 Batman, though, had the Penguin, Riddler, the Joker,
well, it's also a
Catwoman.
little bit hokey.
Or 66, not 69. The movie.
But
had
then
the-
if you look at Christian Bale, I mean, they had one
Mhm.
bad guy each, and those were pretty good movies. And then once you get to Burton,
Mhm.
Mr. Freeze, and all those guys,
Oh, that's
Hey, Mr.
Schumacher,
Freeze.
right? Isn't that his name?
it just got a little silly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Well,
just
it was
too
so
much
campy,
going
yeah.
on.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Well, I don't even think it was.
The Ice
I don't think it was a
Age.
villain. I think it was just a movie in general.
But so I mean, yeah. Honestly, from if Batman vs Superman taught us anything, is that the comic book industry and as the film comic book industry needs to learn that less is more, and
Yeah, I
they
mean,
threw
look-
so much at us in BVS that it was overwhelming. We didn't get the cool origins. Like, I didn't care when Doomsday showed up because, as a comic fan, I know, #spoilers, he killed Superman. I didn't care, though, because I was just like, whatever, I've already seen, Lex Luthor, and where are Batman and Superman going to fight? And
Yeah, I thought that should have
Oh,
been like
Lex
2 or
Luthor
3
Jr.
movies or whatnot.
Yeah, Lex Luthor Jr.
So, I mean,
it should have been 5 movies, honestly.
then,
I mean,
Aquaman, like Wonder Woman's like,
yeah.
Like
Iron
everyone-
Man, Flash.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
Iron Man, Flash, yeah. Which I'm fine with that. I don't care about the Flash.
I don't-
You can.
I wouldn't
I
even
thought
use.
they should have had more characters.
I wouldn't use Batman vs Superman as an example. I would use Spider-Man 3 as an example, where you have the Sandman,
It's the exact
Green
same thing. It was
Goblin.
the exact same problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
where it's like
Where
yeah,
you go
it's
back to,
maybe
like,
too much, and
just-
they did somewhat have origins. I mean, the Green
Mhm.
Goblin's already built up, but they built up Spider-Man or Venom and Sandman in that movie. And it's like,
Well,
yeah, it's
they
just too
didn't
much.
build up Venom at all. It was just kind of like, oh hey, blah.
Use the
It
black
was
suits.
basically
Take it off.
it was basically the exact same origins of the symbiote that you get in the comic book. It just falls from space, and
What more is
in
there
a
to
comic
it?
book, that's cool. You know, it's like, oh, whatever. This is random, and it's, you know, a World War man is a spider. Who cares? But in a movie, when you have a sense of realism, which what made Spider-Man 3 so disappointing was Spider-Man 2 was so good. Like, Spider-Man 2, I will hold up there with The Dark Knight. I will hold it up there with Civil War. It's a great film. But like you were just saying, it was one villain. It was Doc Ock, and that was it. Just like the '89 Joker, it was just him. And that was the
Keep
threat.
it simple. We got the
See,
story and everything, and like I've been watching Gotham since the beginning, and then as soon as they introduced like Mr. Freeze in
Mhm.
Gotham, it was just kind of silly, and I just couldn't get past that. I just quit watching that series.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like that they were trying to like, I don't know, it
They're
just
trying
seemed
to
kind of
piece the comic
hokey.
characters, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just, I don't know. Maybe I'll start watching it on Netflix later on, but I just.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally agree. It's just like I want to see the characters given respect to get their own movie and to be treated like a threat. You know what I mean? Like,
See, I don't really care too much about realism, though. Like,
oh, it doesn't have to be
keep the comic
realistic.
book.
I'm just saying, I want to see an origin for these characters, like, or not even necessarily an origin, but I just want to see enough of them to care about them.
I suppose, but I mean, I guess to them sometimes it's implied that you already know what happens. You know, like Civil War didn't explain anything about Spider-Man because you already know.
Yeah, but we've had the benefit of how many Spider-Man movies now?
It
It needs to be retold every time
Yeah.
they do it. Every
Yeah.
3
How many
years.
times do I have to see Uncle Ben die?
At least
we
5
will
more.
keep playing and playing and playing it.
But
How many times do I have to see Batman climb up that damn well, or fly up that damn well?
oh my god.
You will see the well.
next Batman movie's gonna be an actual
Even though
whale.
some of them might be
Crawling
dreams,
down a
like even though it might be a dream like the last one. 'Cause I was like, what's going on?
I was sitting in the movie theater.
Almost walked
when
out.
that happened, I was just like, done. I knew this movie was gonna be bad.
Sometimes you don't need origin stories, like the Joker.
No, you don't.
I am
That's-
the bat.
That's the thing.
The
Sometimes-
Joker didn't get any origin stories. Just like, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna stab this guy with a
Well, I'm
pencil.
not just talking origins. I'm just
Want to see a
talking.
magic trick?
I'm just talking straight up content.
Yeah.
Like the Joker
yeah.
had a lot of on-screen time.
Build the characters. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do
You
that.
can't do that if you're gonna have the entire Batman rogues gallery in one film. You just.
I
you
think
know,
3 is enough. 3 is the
Mhm.
most you should do, maybe, and as villains wise.
If you do 3, it still needs to be like even in the Dark Knight we had 2 villains because we had
Mhm.
Two-Face and Joker, but Two-Face was very much just a consequence of the Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No one really.
Joker was the bad guy the whole movie, even though Two-Face was the one doing
Mhm.
stuff. But
Well, with Snyder, or those DC movies, you know it's gonna be almost 3 hours long anyway. They have more than enough time to build up
Gonna be
3 villains.
yeah, it's gonna be about 3 hours long, and it needs to be about an hour.
Don't
and a
drink
half.
any soda when you watch a DC movie.
Don't go see a DC movie.
What?
Hashtag said it.
No.
Call it out. Marvel movies are good.
Oh.
DC movies are bad,
God, you getting
except for the animated ones. DC makes great animated films.
riled up. Are you ready for the Killing Joke?
That looks great.
What's the release date? I don't know.
That's not until like June or July, I don't think.
It's not until like a month from now.
Hey, that's a long time. We can all be dead. Skynet. There's.
Well, you should probably read
We
the
got
comic
robot
then.
barbecue girls coming apparently. You know, we all get grill face.
Lamb broil.
But
Gosh.
let us know, like, who do you want to see in the Batman movie? Who do you want to see treated well?
Name 3.
Who's your favorite member of Batman's Rogues Gallery?
The well.
The Well. What is yours?
God, that just threw me off.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. They're all really great.
Martha Wayne's Pearls.
Yeah, right.
Because he always sees
That was my
Gun that
second
killed
answer.
Batman's parents.
Let's give Batman nightmares.
You give me an idea, and I'll come back to you. Who's your
My favorite has always been Two-Face. I
Really?
like Two-Face a lot, and Mr. Freeze. Those have always been my favorite.
I think the Al Ghouls are very formidable.
Yeah, Rachel's
They're-
awesome.
It's one of those cases where sometimes you can't beat them, join them,
Mm-hmm.
and Batman likes to associate with them every now and then. So,
Yeah.
I guess that'd be mine.
Detective. Yeah.
He's just like, hey, I know everything you're about to do.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you want to date my daughter?
yeah.
And I've been watching you this whole time.
Yeah. So you and I don't agree on anything, but
I don't know.
how about you hook up with my daughter?
I'm sure if
Start,
he
like, a
tried
master
really
race
hard,
of
he could
people.
beat them, but that seems like one of those where he's like,
Mhm.
let's stay on mutual grounds here and let's not hate each other.
Mm-hmm. Totally. What about you, Sean? I mean, do you have an actual one, or is it the well that he fell down?
I'd kind of have to agree with Henry because once again, I have the first appearance of Raja Ghul, so
Oh, nice.
that and the well. So
Nice.
A second pick for me would be the judicial system, because you can't seem to like keep those guys in jail.
The what system?
Judicial.
Oh, I thought you said the jujitsu system.
The jujitsu
Oh, I was
system.
just like, does he not know jujitsu? Is this
fighter.
is that Batman's weakness? Jujitsu?
yeah, it's kind
He
of
learned every style
revolving door. They
besides
can't keep
jujitsu.
him in there. You know,
New
costs
Batman.
a lot of money, taxes. So just come and go as you
Yeah,
please.
he's just like, damn it, just keep him in jail already.
Yeah.
Kind of like Penguin in Gotham. It's like they just let
Dude,
him
if
go.
Gotham was in Texas, they would all be executed. And then you wouldn't have to worry about putting them back in jail later.
If Gotham was in Texas, Batman would die of a heat stroke every episode because he wears.
He'd only come
Oh, my greatest weakness, your villain is the sun.
He would only come
I'm
out at
wearing
night,
black.
which he already does. And I'm pretty sure you get like an AC system
He'd be
installed.
Arctic Batman wearing white to reflect.
It just like passes out.
Alfred,
If Gotham was in
ice
Texas,
water. I was gonna say,
there wouldn't be any
water.
crime. It'd be too damn hot for anyone to break laws.
Or you just have like a swimsuit, a little black. In the
Everyone would drive
Clayface.
around.
Clayface and Mr. Freeze would just be puddles in the ground.
No, Clayface would be like hard
Oh,
clay,
yeah, he'd be all-
mud. He'd be a little statue instead of like a Adobe house.
Every villain would be driving around like the Joker did, with his head out the window. Trying to get
Why
some-
do I have a classic
some cold
car
wind.
with no AC?
It's too hot for committing crimes.
There wouldn't be a Mr. Freeze in Texas, I'll tell you that right now.
That's true. That's true. But well, I'm from Missouri, and that's one of the things I always get a kick out is Texans talk about how hot it is here. You've never experienced summertime until you've just experienced Missouri in summertime.
Leave a
What's
comment
it
telling
like
how
in
wrong he
Missouri?
is.
It's miserable. It is like
That's
I'm
where they
talking
get the name from.
basically every
I know.
form of weather you can think of, crank it up to 11, and it's happening in Missouri simultaneously. It's awful. It's freezing and hot and wet and dry all at once.
So it's like Storm from the
It's
X-Men.
the worst.
Well, it sounds
thing
like,
ever.
well, it sounds like everyone should be happy. Because you get,
They're not,
you
though.
get the whatever weather you like.
They're not. They're all angry about everything. So
Oh, you got them.
anyway, we're getting off track. Let's wrap this up because we got work to do. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Oh.
Anything you guys want to talk about? No?
Bring us toys.
I'm gonna
we
be
need to
listening.
restock after we've sold everything on Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe I came in yesterday for 4.5 hours, shot several hundred photos, been leaking those to Instagram, so I will be putting up hundreds of items to our website, DallasVintageToys.com.
Yes. My name is Andy. You can follow me on Instagram, Midas Touch Photos. Sean, why don't you tell the guys where they can find us, and I'll get back there.
Come in Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6, 120-524 Skate Drive, Dallas, Texas, 75243. Follow us on Facebook, /DallasVintageToys.com. Check us out on Instagram, Dallas Vintage Toys, and follow us on YouTube for all the newest content.